Hey everybody, this is Dylan. We have officially begun a 30-day SOS-Free challenge in the Well Your World group, our first ever. Sorry I didn't give you more notice. I hadn't really planned on it being a whole group thing. But as soon as I announced it as part of my 30-day goals, almost 100 people have said that they are in. So I'm super excited about that. If you aren't totally ready to start today, don't worry, you can start tomorrow, get everything in order. So I've gotten a lot of questions about the rules. Let me first say that the reason I'm doing this for me is to readjust my taste buds. I mentioned that I'd been getting into a few situations where I was eating oil like every weekend and it was getting kind of out of hand. And then at the end of one weekend I'd be like, oh, thank goodness I'm going back to eating clean now. And then the following weekend I would just do it again. So I didn't want to keep doing that. So I thought, okay, I need a 30-day challenge for myself to get out of that habit and readjust my taste buds. And to readjust my taste buds not just because of the oil, but also because of the salt. I do sprinkle salt on my food, but it's nice every once in a while to get totally reset. The food tastes bland for a couple days without the added salt, but it doesn't take too long to readjust. I mean, I said a couple days, but it takes longer than a couple days to readjust your taste buds. It may take you a month, it may take you a little bit more than that, but you will find that after a month you'll at least feel something different. Like if you were to go back to add salt, it would taste different than you remember it tasting before. So here are the rules. For me, it's just anything that doesn't have any added salt, oil, sugar. Obviously, all food's going to have at least some sodium, some fat, some carbs. So it's not like we're just like, we can't eat anything with salt, oil, sugar inherently in the whole food item. That would be impossible. Obviously, fruit is okay. We got some questions about that. Fruit is whole food. You should be relying on fruit to get you through this. Fruit should be your snacking instead of some of the other things that you would have been snacking on that have added salt, oil, or sugar. So fruit is fantastic. Anything on the low end of the calorie density chart, you should start your meals with a big, beautiful salad. You can still put balsamic vinegar on top, all these things. The things you have to cut out are some of the condiments. Like this hot sauce, sriracha has 75 milligrams of sodium in just a teaspoon. This Cholula has 110 milligrams of sodium in a teaspoon. So those are out. I'm going to try to make a video on a homemade hot sauce, but I haven't made a homemade hot sauce in quite a while, and I've been wanting to do it, so it's time. I'll get to work on a recipe for a homemade hot sauce that's totally SOS-free, and we'll take it from there. What else? In the morning, I'm going to be eating a lot of oatmeal. I'm going to be eating a lot of nuts. Remember, I'm not eliminating overt fats, such as nuts, seeds, avocado, coconut. Olives I am eliminating because you can't really find olives without added salt, so that's out. But I'm not doing this to necessarily lose weight for me. I'm trying to eat as many calories as possible. In fact, one thing I'm worried about is that if I take out the salt, I'm going to eat less calories because the food is less rich. Adding salt to your food causes you to overeat the food, which for me is good because I'm trying to eat a lot of calories. But that is not my reason. I'm not taking out nuts and seeds and things like that. I'm going to rely on those for some good, healthy added calories because I'm not working on weight loss. Another thing I'm going to eat a lot of in the morning is this puffed corn cereal. One ingredient, puffed whole corn with nothing else in it. Again, it's higher in calorie density because it's dried, right? All the water has been taken out of this product. So you still, depending on what you're working on, if you're working on weight loss, be mindful of the calorie density of these foods. Don't just switch salt with a ton of nuts or high calorie density things like this. So be careful. Bread is pretty much out because I've never found a loaf of bread that doesn't have added salt or sugar or something like that. But I'm not specifically going out of my way to eliminate flour products. Like I'll still eat my homemade corn tortillas that have nothing but corn flour, masa, no added salt. If you buy pre-made corn tortillas, make sure there's no salt added. What else? If I used whole wheat flour for my banana bread, that's okay. I'm not eliminating flour. Again, the only reason I would eliminate flour is if I'm trying to focus on calorie density and weight loss. Or overeating, etc. So I'm not worrying about flours for my 30-day. You can, of course. What else? Any of my videos can be made, most all of my videos are SOS free. I think I put some miso in my cheese sauce. Leave out the miso, no big deal. It'll still taste really good. But my marinara, the quinoa veggie bake, my pico and salsa and guac, depending on if you're eating a lot of avocado or not. What else? The pesto, the veggie salad that I have on there, all those things are great. Eat lots of salads. Balsamic vinegar is good. Did I say that already? Balsamic vinegar is great. You can use that. You got to eliminate the soy sauce or the liquid aminos or the coconut aminos. All those have added salt. I mean, you're picking your own rules. You don't have to be completely SOS free for your challenge. If your challenge is, if it's enough of a challenge just to eliminate oil for you, then make that your challenge. The first 30-day challenge I ever did was not SOS free, it was oil free. So you have to decide like what you want your rule set to be. You can still play the game with us. It's totally good. We're doing a 30-day challenge. Rely on the group. Join us in the Facebook group. That's where we're going to be posting food. There are like almost 100 people doing this. We should be getting like 100 posts a day of your food updates. The Facebook group should be just a vibrant, bustling community of crazy people just posting food, how hard it is, the cravings, all these things. Remember, the first 3 days are the hardest. That's when you're going to start feeling the things, the cravings. Even today, I drove by these Mexican fast food places and I just want chips and salsa so bad. But you just keep on driving. Just keep on driving. Clean out the junk from your cabinets if it's going to stop you, or your pantry, or your fridge. Get rid of the stuff you can't eat if they're going to trigger you. Figure it out. You have to take the initiative here and decide, are you going to really be successful for this 30 days? It's only 30 days. You can do anything for 30 days. So you got to stay off the peanut butter. There's added salt. You got to stay off the hot sauces like we talked about. Mustard you can get SOS free. The Benson's Table Tasty is a popular condiment to add to your food instead of salt. It's just a little spice blend. Use all the spices in your cooking. You won't have trouble making the food just as unbland as it ever is with my cooking videos and stuff. So just follow that and you'll be fine. It may taste bland at first. Put some crushed red pepper, make it spicy. Add curry flavor. Use lots of no salt seasoning. You'll figure it out. Beans tend to have added salt in the canned beans by nature, so you've got to find the no salt added canned beans or else make your own. You can big batch prep your own beans by soaking them and doing 25 minutes in the Instant Pot, or with the no soak, I think it's about 35 minutes in the Instant Pot, or you can just cook them slowly on the stove. But make yourself a big batch of beans that will take you 3, 4, 5 days to eat. They're not going to go bad. Same with rice, lentils, all of these starches, you can cook them plain even if you want, and have them ready in the fridge to throw together a recipe in a hurry. The recipes that I rely on when I eat this way are going to be, I take my prepared starches, I'm making Instant Pot potatoes steamed, and then I'll just throw on some sauteed vegetables, no salt seasoning, or the curry powder, or any number of different flavors, and you're just quickly throwing something together. Starch Blaster. Starch Blaster is great. That is inherently SOS free. Anything from Kathy Fisher's StraightUpFood.com website or her Straight Up Food cookbook, all of her recipes are SOS free, so you'll have no problems there. So you shouldn't feel limited. It should feel challenging. That's why we're calling it a challenge. But it shouldn't feel like you can't do it, because if you've hung out in this group long enough, you know that you can do it. It's just a matter of getting there, getting to the point where you're ready to pull the trigger. And based on the enthusiasm in the group, I can see that many of you are ready to pull the trigger, and that's very exciting. Actually, I'm super thrilled about it. One thing I'm going to be eating a lot of are these beautiful pea shoots. Look at these. These are just regular green peas, sprouted. I mean, I bought micro seed. It's, I didn't just go buy frozen peas and then grow them into this. But this is just amazing. Look at this. Beautiful pea tendrils. Let me pluck a couple off here. But they're just these beautiful, earthy, and they taste just like peas, but like nice, dense, earthy flavor. And they're beautiful too. So I'm gonna be eating a lot of those. What else? What do I have going right now? Right now, I've reheated. I had made a huge batch of Kathy Fisher's Kitchery the other day, and I had 5 extra quarts that I put in the fridge, and I've just been slowly going through it. So I'll just put 2 quarts in a pot like that. I'll put it on low, and in a couple hours when I'm hungry, it'll be ready to go. It'll be warm, and off we go. So things like that. You do your food prep, lots of fruit, lots of chopped up veggies, maybe blanch your veggies, steam your veggies, have them all in the fridge ready. But as soon as you get an appetite, hit it. Go for the stuff you know you should eat. Otherwise, you're gonna get hungry, you're gonna get uncomfortable, and you're gonna fall back on the things that you shouldn't eat. So it's that simple. Okay, that's all. If you have any questions, we'll be in the Facebook group jamming about it. Join us there if you haven't. Like the video, subscribe to this channel. 30-day challenge. Also check out wellyourworld.com to learn more about my cooking show. The next episode is going to be paella, beautiful veggie paella. This is a normal paella pan, but I really don't like it because it warps, and on my induction cooktop, if it's not flat touching the stove, it's not getting heat. So I don't really like these paella pans. So I just got this other one in the mail today. This is a 14-inch Skillet, Cuisinart, induction ready, stainless steel. It's beautiful, and I got it for less than $30. I'll put a link in the description. But this is what I'm going to use as my paella pan, and I'm excited about it because I have not seen a skillet of this size. I digress. That is all I have for now. I'll see you on the next video. Good luck getting ready. We're starting as soon as you're ready, which is for me a couple days ago. For you, it may be today or tomorrow. Let's do it. I'll see you on the next video. Bye. Another item that we were getting some questions about is this yogurt, this unsweetened yogurt. Technically, it's okay. Like, it has coconut milk in it. Coconut milk doesn't have added salt, oil, or sugar. It's inherently very calorie dense, but this happens to be an unsweetened, dairy-free yogurt that doesn't have added salt, oil, or sugar. It has other things like, you know, rice starch, which is pretty processed, so I try to avoid those things. I actually don't eat this at all, ever. But, you know, if it's something that you need to be successful, it is SOS-free, so you can eat it. But, you know, I try to avoid things that have a lot of random processed ingredients. But it's your call. You got to make your own set of rules. You have to decide what you're going after and why you're doing it. Okay.